The coercion from Planned Parenthood started the moment I called them to make an appointment. I told them that I wanted an appointment because I wanted help and I wanted answers and I needed to understand what my options were. And they told me, when women call our office, it's because they've already made up their mind. And so by you calling us, we know that you actually do want an abortion. So I did make the appointment because they also made it very clear that I had a very limited amount of time in which I could have the safe, easy, and effective procedure. Otherwise, I would have to have a surgical abortion, which was much more painful and much more devastating. When I arrived at the clinic with my boyfriend, he slid over $800 under the window. And I put my hand on the money and I said, if I change my mind, can I have a refund? And they told me, you can have a refund for whatever portion of your appointment you do not actually receive. So the moment you go into the office, you'll pay for that. The moment the doctor comes in, you'll pay for her. The moment you have an ultrasound, you'll pay for that. And if at the very end you decide that you don't want to go through with it, I guess we can give you a couple of dollars back. So I went with my boyfriend back into the room, and the doctor entered, and she started a transvaginal ultrasound. For those of you who don't know, it's when they insert a wand into your vagina for an internal image of what's going on in your uterus. The screen was facing away from me. After a few minutes, I asked if I could see my ultrasound. And the doctor said, "Oh, that's not our policy." I insisted and I said, "I need to see my ultrasound, please." So, now becoming a little bit agitated, she turned the screen around so that I could see it. The wand was moving inside my body, but nothing on the screen was moving. I've had 4 living children since then, and I've had many ultrasounds because I've had complications, and when the wand is moving, the picture should be moving. What she showed me was a still shot or a print screen of my own ultrasound. And using that as a weapon, she said to me, "I'm so sorry to tell you, your baby doesn't have a heartbeat. Your baby's not viable. You're miscarrying anyway. You're not doing anything wrong by taking this medication." And my boyfriend said, "Oh, thank God," and collapsed over my chest in thanksgiving. I was so terrified because I felt like I had no one in my corner. No one was supporting me. I came to Planned Parenthood for help and support, and instead they began to coerce the chemical abortion pill. But I still couldn't take it. Finally, the doctor, now angry, said, "I have patients behind you and I need to get back to them and I'm missing my appointments, so go and wait in my office." So I went to her office and in tears begged my boyfriend to help me leave and cried for over 45 minutes. Finally, she came back and she said, "I have to have you take this pill in front of me. And if you leave, I can't guarantee that I can get you another appointment before the 10-week cutoff, and then you'll have to have the surgical abortion." Now remember, she told me that I was miscarrying. At that point, my baby would have stopped developing. There would be no 10-week cutoff for me. She bold-faced lied to me. Feeling it was the only way that I could leave, I did swallow the first pill, and I went home. They had promised me that I would feel relief. I didn't feel relieved. I felt sad. I felt depressed. I felt like I was walking out of that facility with a part of me missing.